Hello and welcome to the Drop a Stitch podcast.
I'm your host, Dani.
And I'm your other host, Natalie.
In today's episode, we're going to be talking about how to make time for your small business with small children.
Yeah.
When you have
this
little
is going to be all
babies.
you because you have all the experience with small children.
Do I?
Yes, you do.
I do. Yeah,
and I do not. And I'm going to need that advice.
Because
I'm pregnant!
oh my goodness, we can finally say it.
We can finally say it.
And okay. That is why every episode Natalie's like, we're so tired and it's so late. And I'm like, yes, it's late, but you have an extra reasons why to be
I'm
tired.
normally a night owl, guys. Like, I typically go to bed anywhere between like 10 and midnight, and I've been going to bed at like 8, 9 on a good day, 7 on a bad day. Like, this is why the entire time we've been recording these podcasts, Danny's like, how was your week? What did you do? And I was like, oh, I worked and did nothing. This is why I haven't published a single episode.
Yeah. And I was giving her the eye in here, like, good thing we don't film video edition, because then there would be like all the wings and the eyes and all this.
You're not very subtle in person.
Yeah.
Because Dani has known for a long time.
Yes. I knew since she found out. So it's been a
Since
long
the beginning
time
of January.
waiting.
That I knew. I called you on the day that I found out.
Oh, yeah. I could not believe it.
Well, you knew I was going to take the test that day.
Yeah. That's okay. So this is the thing. She tells me, on Friday, I'm going to take a test and I'm going to see. So if it comes back positive, I'm going to call you.
Wait, you have to stop in and interject that you try to force me to take a test right there and then.
Oh my gosh, yes. Can you imagine?
And I was like, no, I'll just wait till Friday. I did one like the day before.
And I'm like, I have pregnancy tests you can use.
And I was like, no, I did one yesterday. It was negative. I'll wait till Friday. I feel like Friday's a good day.
Yeah.
It was.
And then and before that, a day or two before that.
Like the week before, I think.
Was it? Oh, the week before, yeah.
Yeah.
I was done with my markets and I seen that I had these little pair of booties that I made and that it was the exact same yarn that I gifted her. So she made herself a hat with that yarn. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cute for whenever she has a baby.
Because you knew we were trying.
I called it, okay? I knew it. My motherly instinct that I have super, in here told me something was in there. A baby was in there. And, I called it.
So you gave me the booties.
Yep.
I tested a couple days later. It was negative. And then...
And then she calls me on Friday. And I immediately knew because this girl doesn't call me. She just texts me. We text all the time.
I don't want to talk on the phone.
Yeah.
Who wants to talk on the phone?
Hey,
no one.
How's your day going? Bye.
No, we just text.
Yeah. And
but I called her. I couldn't just send her a text and be like, by the way, I'm pregnant. How lame is that? I had to I didn't even get to say anything. The second I called her, she didn't even say hi. She just said, shut up. Shut up. Are you serious?
Well, I knew. You told me you were going to call me if you were pregnant. So the moment I seen your call, I was like, no freaking way. I'm like, what? Shut up. I think I even said a few bad words in there that I don't typically do. I was just so shocked because it's just something that, we are at that age with you want that so bad. And we have been talking about babies for so long, forever. And even before I was pregnant, and I have two, so it's been a long time. And now
we were both feeling the same, like, okay, time is ticking. We got to get this done. I'm a little bit behind because you clearly have two ahead of me.
Yeah, that's true. We were both in that same mindset. Yeah, back then.
Way back then.
Yeah.
And now it's happening and we can officially share it with everyone.
Yay, I'm so excited for you.
Yes.
I'm like, well, so you're carrying my baby. That's going to be...
Yeah, that's what she says. She's like, it's going to be my baby. And I'm like, well, if you're taking my baby, I'm going to steal some of yours.
Yeah, I'm going to steal your baby to bring him and her here to play with my babies, and we're gonna have play dates, and it's so fun. We're already planning their freaking wedding together.
Dani is like, oh, perfect. Whether it's a boy or a girl, it doesn't matter.
I have
whatever
one of
they
each.
like, she's like, I have one of each, so we can match them up. Whatever happens, it's gonna be good.
Okay, a few questions, because of course everybody's gonna want to know. Are you finding out the gender?
No, I am not. We are not. We're waiting. We both had talked about this before it even happened, and we were both like, we don't want to find out. Like, honestly, both of us have wanted kids our entire lives, and we're just so happy it's happening, honestly.
Yay.
And like, if you know me, you know how I need to know everything ahead of time. I hate surprises. I like everything has to be clear and set, and I do not want to know. I honestly don't care. Like, it so doesn't matter to me. As long as the baby is healthy, that's all I care about. So, no, it'll be a surprise, and I think it'll be the greatest surprise.
Yeah, and when are you due? Like the season or the month?
Beginning of September.
Yay!
Yeah.
It's gonna be a fall baby.
Yes.
I don't know if you're gonna be able to make it to Luca's birthday this year.
Yes, I will.
With a 1-month-old?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
That would be so cute, though.
I mean, I don't know how I'm going to fare and what I'm going to look like by then.
Doesn't matter. You're going to have a squishy little baby.
My plan is to come. We'll see how it goes by then.
Yeah.
But my plan would be to come.
Yeah, I think it was pretty good whenever they were 1 month. It's just the first. Well, with Luca, it was easy peasy.
I mean, if I give birth late, maybe not.
That's true, too. Or early.
Early, then maybe.
Could be it could be even 2 weeks before that.
Yeah.
You could have an August baby.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Jeez.
That would be like a late summer baby. Early.
Yeah. I don't know. It's
fall.
weird because they changed my date. I'm a day earlier than I was originally since my ultrasound. And I don't know why. Like, I just have a feeling that the first date is going to be the date.
The 9th?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, the 9th. I said it. I'm sorry.
It's fine. Yes.
That would be so cute because Luca's the 9th too, but
Of October, yeah.
Yeah, that would be so
exactly
cute.
a month apart.
I know.
Well, a couple years and a month apart.
Yeah, like if we planned it.
We didn't, but we did.
Yeah, we did.
We planned to get pregnant. We didn't plan it on Luca's birthday.
Yeah.
But
Can you
was close.
imagine if it was actually
No,
on his
please, I don't
birthday?
want to go a month over. That's fine. No, thank you.
No, like if you were due then.
Yes, that would be cool. They could have joint birthday parties until they
know.
hate us for it.
Yeah. Like, Mom, please. I mean, it's fine.
Well, it's like you when Issa was born. She was so close to being born on your birthday.
Gosh. I did not want her to be born in my birthday.
Like, only a few days away.
Yeah, because I want this girl to have her own day.
Yeah.
I don't want... It sucks because you can and cannot plan when your baby's gonna be due, but it happens for people that are born on Christmas too.
Yeah.
It's like it sucks because you want to enjoy Christmas and you want your kid to enjoy their birthday, and you kind of have to do.
No, when you're too close to Christmas, it's kind of shitty, and then people are busy and they don't have time, and it's just like there's pros and cons to every month and every birth date, but I feel like September's pretty good. And the only shitty thing is going to be like, hey, here's all your new classmates.
Yeah.
You have a week to pick who to invite to your birthday party.
Yeah, I know. Oh, that's true.
Yeah, like you have a week, 5 days, pick the best ones.
Yeah. Issa's due date actually was on my birthday.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, heck no.
Like, I know, I remember you were like, no.
No.
Anything but. It could be the day before, it doesn't matter.
And if they made me pick a C-section date, I wanted it to be the 9th.
Yeah.
Because
so
I wanted
it's the 9th and the 9th.
I wanted both to be the 9th, but because I didn't have a scheduled C-section, she came the 7th, which is cool because 7/7.
Though, if the baby is born on the 8th, it would be 7,
7, 8, 9. Yeah, I know. It's so cute. I thought about it too.
Yeah, I'm sure you did.
Yeah, of course. I was like, that would be so cool. 7, 8, 9.
Dani full on thinks this is her baby.
Oh, yeah, of course. Like I have,
I'm just a surrogate in her mind.
There, 7, 8, 9. It's perfect because I cannot forget their birthdays.
Exactly.
But,
then the next one will have to be August. So that we hit all the months back to back.
July, August, September, October. Oh, and then the next one, November.
And
then December. And then we have one each.
No, not December. Let's go to June instead.
Yeah, that's true.
December, nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
No.
Too
cold.
Too cold. Too close to Christmas.
Yeah. No, but yeah, my due date was July 13, which is my birthday. And I was like, oh, heck no. And then I had ultrasounds too, early on. And then one a little bit further. And then they changed it to the 15th. And I was like, oh, okay. Because before my midwife said 11. Then the ultrasound said the 13th. And then another ultrasound said the 15th. So then they kept it, the 15th. Okay. And I was like, okay. Luca was born on his due date.
Yeah, on his exact due date.
On his exact due date. So I was like, she might be the 11th
exact or 13th
same,
or 15th.
Or maybe just a little bit before. Luckily, she was a week before.
Yeah.
And she was born the 7th, which is cool because it's 7/7.
Yeah.
7th of July, 7/7, 2022. Yeah. Easy to remember. But yeah. Congratulations, friend.
Thank you.
I'm so excited for you.
So
and
happy.
I was so happy too because I called her one day and I'm like, you're coming and I'm giving you things.
Yeah.
She left my house, you guys, with 2, 3, 4 bags?
4 bags.
4 bags full of clothes. And I was like, here
if I have
you
a little
go.
boy, especially because it's like a month away from when Luca was born. If I have a little boy, he's set from 0 to 2 years old.
Yeah.
Like I have plenty of clothes.
Oh, yeah. And you just wait. It just keeps coming because he's growing. So I'm going to keep getting rid of more things. And same with Isa. So, yeah, if it's a little boy, you know, your baby's going to be set for... because it's also the same season. So,
yeah,
they're going to
have perfect.
the same
Unless
age.
it grows weirdly tall or chubby or whatever and it's not the same.
Yeah, but, you know...
Should be fine. Should be fine.
Yeah. Babies are... Yeah, should be fine.
Yeah. So that's the exciting news that we've been hiding forever. And this is why I have been very, very, very unproductive since January.
Yeah.
Because between the nausea and the reflux and the stomach aches and the sleep, like I've been so tired.
But you're already done with the first trimester.
Well, yes and no. I'm at 13 weeks.
You are.
Well, some say 14, some say 13, some say 12.
It's unclear. 12.
I mean, I still have some symptoms. It's not gone, so in my mind, I'm not done. I'm hoping it's going to go away done soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm just super happy. But I look back at the last 2 months and I'm like, ooh, I've got nothing done. Like I had really high hopes of, you know, writing up a pattern every month and doing all these things this year. And I thought I was going to be able to do it. And then, no, nausea and fatigue kicked in. And, I mean...
It's crazy. Okay, this episode is going to be, you know, a little bit of an update because we just want to keep talking. But not the past winter. We're still in winter. But if you guys know, I'm from Chile. And I usually go every winter.
Yes.
So we were supposed to go this winter. We didn't because my partner just started. My partner, I hate that word, but anyways.
No, I like that word.
Huh?
I like that word.
My partner.
Because
he's not my husband, and
your boyfriend.
I don't
your
like,
baby daddy.
Yeah, I don't like to say
bad.
boyfriend because that sounds so high school. And
yeah, it's like he's more than your boyfriend, and your baby daddy sound like he just made you a baby and left.
I know. So
your partner.
Yeah, my partner. We're not married yet. We will eventually, but yeah. He started a new job, and there was no way possible for me flying to Chile. Mind you, it is a 12-hour flight from Toronto to Santiago. And then Santiago is a drive of like an hour and a half to where my family lives. So I was like, there is no way. My family was here, so we would all fly together, which is fine. But then on the way back, I was like, no, I'm not flying back by myself with a 6-month-old and a 2-year-old. There's no way I'm doing that. And
I offered to go with you and help you on the way back.
The thing is that we had planned that she was going to come with me because we wanted.
Well, we're gonna go the 2 couples and the kids.
Yeah,
like your kids.
Yeah, it was Yeah, that was because we planned it so long ago that I wasn't even pregnant with Isa, I don't think, whenever we planned it. So
no, when we started,
everything was fine.
You would have been pregnant, I think, but I don't know. I don't remember.
I don't know. We planned it so long ago.
Yeah.
And then Isa came. So I was like, okay, that's fine. You know, like we can all still go and it'll be fun. And I can just, you know, show you everywhere because it's so beautiful there. And then she finds out she's pregnant, and I'm hesitating to go because of, you know, the kids.
Kale's starting his
job,
the new job, and then the kids, and
then she's like, "Oh, it's fine. Let's just go," or whatever. I was like, "Listen,
I was in need of a vacation in the sun. I would have done anything. I still would do anything at this point because I could take a week with no responsibility, lounging in the sun at this point.
But that was a good 3 weeks. Right?
Yes. We were talking, 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah. And
I would have been a potato.
Feel like a potato.
Yeah. Just a little blob.
Which is not fun whenever you're flying for 12 hours. And I was like, listen, I know you feel fine now, but wait until 6 weeks hit. You'll probably change your mind.
Yeah.
And
part of me is glad that we did. I wish we still would have went because like I would have loved to go and see it and do it.
Yeah.
And I feel like I could have pulled through. I would have just slept for like a month when I came back out of exhaustion.
Oh yeah.
But no, I think it's a good thing that we didn't go. I think it'll be better when we actually do go and I'm alive and not
with our kids too,
feeling like I'm gonna puke every second and then sleeping at 7 p.m.
And then she's like, wait, this is the best part. Then she's like, Dani, did you see the applications for this market? I think I can apply to that, so then I can get into, you know, the later ones in the fall and winter.
In my defense, it was the beginning of the year. I was like, let me set all these goals for myself. It's going to be a great year. I'm going to get all these things done.
And I was like,
stop, crash, and burn.
I told her right away, do not apply. You are going to regret it. Do not. And now she's like, barely making it.
I reluctantly agreed. No, you don't understand. I try to make stuffies. I was like,
I know.
Dani said not to do it. Whatever. I'm still going to make stock. Like, it's going to be fine. And, like, I'm just going to apply to the next one. Like, I'll give her this one. I don't know how it's going to be, so I'm just not going to apply. But, like, I'll prep for the next one, and I'm going to apply to the next one. I'm going to be great. Yeah. This is going to be fine.
3 markets later.
I try to make stuffies. 3 of the exact same one I was making at the same time. It took me a month and a half. I normally would have done it in a week. It took me a month and a half. And I was like, oh, yeah, good thing I didn't apply for that market. I would have had nothing. I would have been like, these are the 3 stuffies I made in the last month and a half.
I told you, it is no way possible in your first trimester unless you're one of those lucky person. You know, there's always the exception to the rule. With Isa, with Luca, I was like a potato, like horrible. And then with Isa, I was like you, super tired, and I barely had any nausea. Like I was in that aspect really lucky.
Yeah.
But I felt tired all the time.
I'm so tired.
And especially with the toddler running around.
Yeah.
But even then, I still didn't want to do anything.
Yeah. No, I have like, and when you have a second and you're just like, oh, I'm not tired. And I don't have nausea. I'm just going to sit here and enjoy this for a second.
Oh, yeah.
And you're like, oh, no, never mind. I am tired. Or, oh, no, never mind. I do feel like I'm going to puke.
Yeah.
But it's going to be worth it.
Of course. Like 100%.
There's days where I'm like, oh, God, is this going to be this at every kid? Like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to have more. And then I'm like, no, realistically, the second that baby's in my arm, I'm going to be like, when's the next one coming?
I know. I know. They're so worth it. Like Luca, like I said, was horrible. You guys, it was bad. I did not get out of bed the entire first trimester. It was bad. I could not eat anything, smell my toothpaste.
Oh,
my deodorant was
brushing
disgusting.
My teeth grosses me out.
It was
I do
bad.
it because I have to, but brushing my teeth grosses me out.
Oh, yeah. But I would do it over and over again for him. Like, now I just look at him. He's just so fun. And
he's so cute.
He's so cute and funny. He's just like a little mini teenager. I don't know.
He's a character.
Yeah.
He loves the attention.
I'll be right back, okay?
Yeah. Early tonight.
Sure.
He's so cute. He's at the age where he repeats everything you say, so it's freaking adorable.
I'll be right back, okay, Natalie?
Yeah. So cute.
Okay. But yeah, so okay, going back into the episode, how to have a small business with small children. It's hard as heck.
Yeah, but you need to, like, I need all the advice, because, like, clearly we've established I've done nothing in the last 2 months. I have high hopes for the second trimester, because apparently I'm hearing the third I'm not going to want to do anything.
No, you won't.
And it's going to be the summer, it's going to be hot, and I'm going to be dying, but it's fine. So there's not much time left in my year.
I know.
So give me all the advice. How?
Okay,
is it doable?
After having my second, because listen, with my first, like I said to you the other day, you want to do everything perfect. You want everything to be done. You want to have time to do everything that you can. And then it turns out that I watch videos now of Luca when he was a baby, and sometimes I don't even remember how he looked like whenever he was a baby.
Yeah.
Or sometimes I forget the things he did. Mm-hmm. And that's just because I was so busy trying to be this perfect mom and do everything that I had to do, especially because I work for myself, like that's why we're talking about small business. So you don't get a mat leave.
No.
You don't get anything like that. And that's a privilege, right?
Yeah.
That a lot of people have. And because you have your own business, you can do that. You can take the advantage of, I'm going to take a year off and not do anything. Like, I would be in the street if I didn't work for the year, Like, I on the street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Homeless is what you mean.
I'll be homeless if I didn't work for a year, right?
Yeah.
So I then with my second, I realized that, yes, you cannot take a year off, right? But you need to take a couple of months to enjoy your baby, because those moments are never going to come back.
Yeah.
And you are going to have all the time in the world to crochet, to knit, to do whatever you want, but your baby's never going to be that baby anymore.
Yeah.
That baby's never going to be tiny again, and when it's gone, it's gone. And then all you have left are those videos. Mm-hmm. And then you look at them and you don't even remember. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's sad because...
It's also, like, I feel like it's overwhelming. There's so much happening at once. You're just, like, tossed into this role and you're like, where's the instruction manual?
Yeah.
And then you look back and you're like, oh.
And the thing, too, is that in that frame of time, from, like, newborn to 2 years, they're learning and changing so much every single week. There's just something new. It's something different. And it just goes by so fast. And then you blink and they're a toddler.
Yeah.
And your baby's gone. So the baby stage, I would say, just enjoy. Don't worry about your small business if you can, of course. We have always the exception of people that cannot afford to take a week off, And but if you can, try to do it. And then when they start growing, like I said, it's hard because they're super demanding. In my case, none of my kids go to daycare, but that's because I chose not to put them in daycares. And because I work from home, I want them to be around me. And now I'm happy because, they have each other. So it's not like they're alone. It's not like Luca is by himself and never gets around kids. Like, we go outside, especially in the summer. We go to parks. And he's so social, too, that he doesn't have a problem with
social
that.
Butterfly.
And now that he has a sister, it's good for both
he's
of them.
He's learning about cheering.
Yeah, exactly.
Personal space.
Oh, my gosh. Freaking personal space. That kid does not understand what personal space means. But for me, and what works for me, is doing everything at night. And I know it sucks, because that's the time that you're supposed to be resting. That's the time that you're supposed to be having, your couple time with your husband, your partner, and you can't. You sacrifice things. Yeah. And like I said, it's hard, but I always have this thing in my mind of like, it's just a phase. Mm-hmm. It's not going to last forever. They're not going to be this little forever. And one day, soon enough, Luca's going to go to school. Yeah. And I'm going to have a normal, I don't know how long they go to school for, but like 9 to 3, 9 to 2, something like that.
Depends.
Yeah, depends on school. But I'll have the morning to work. Yeah. And I'm going to have all that time for myself. So every time I'm like, oh my gosh, this sucks. I hate being late at night. I hate going to bed so late. I just remember, like, okay, it's just a phase. It's going to go away. And I think that as long as you keep that positivity in your mind, you can do whatever you want. And then take small things and small times here and there. Like at the beginning, of course, whenever my kids were asleep, yeah, it's the classic, like, sleep when your kids sleep. Well, you can't. You have things to do. Yeah. You can't just sleep when they sleep. I wish it worked like that, but it didn't in my case. But right now, whenever they nap, it's like I don't even try to get things done in the house whenever they nap. I try to do things for me.
Like for yourself or for work?
Both. Okay. For me, as I'll take a shower, I'll do whatever I need to do for myself. If I have to run errands and somebody's in the house watching them, I'll go do it. And also for work. Okay. Like I record reels and videos and do things whenever they're napping, because that's the time that I have to do it.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. Like working at night sounds good and easy and doable, but what do you do for pictures and videos? You need daylight. Yes. Like I struggle with that now, and I don't have kids just because where we live, there's not a lot of windows. We don't get, like, the sun isn't shining the right way for the windows we have. Yeah. So like I don't have a lot of space to take pictures, and like my window to take pictures is very small. I either have like the sun blasting or like no sun at all. So it's I find it hard now. So like I can only imagine with kids, like if you're working at night, you can't take pictures and videos at night. So what do you do then?
So what I do is, like I said, I use whenever they are taking naps. Whenever Luca was like, okay, this is the other thing too, is that you never know how easy it is to have one kid until you have two. So whenever you have one, it's pretty easy, because when that one is asleep, you're free, right? You can do whatever
it's one and done.
Exactly. So I remember whenever he would go to sleep, and even now too, on his naps, I do my videos, I record whatever I can that I need daylight. Okay. Most of my videos and everything that I can do with my lights, I do it at night. I don't even bother. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to even try because I know I can't. But when I need pictures during the day and stuff like that, I do it during their naps. And now Luca's old enough that I can do that around him, and it's fine. Yeah. So I use Isa's nap whenever she's napping to do these things that I have to do. And I also have help, Kel is here too, around enough for me to be like, okay, here are the kids. I'm going to do, like,
I need to get this done.
I need to get this done. Like, I'm going to take half an hour to do my things, because it's also work related, right? Yeah. So that's like the advantage. And yeah, so there are naps and then at night. And I know, like I said, I know it's hard doing everything at night, but unfortunately, when you have kids and they don't go to daycare, and like I said at the beginning, it's because I chose not to put them, we chose not to put them in daycare. That's what it comes with, right? Yeah. I have to work at night.
Pros and cons and sacrifices to be made.
Yeah. So for markets too, like I do everything at night or when they're napping, or sometimes whenever they're awake and they're playing. Yeah. I just do whatever I can. And it's crazy because I've been working on my blanket a little bit when they're both awake. Isa's playing there, Luca's doing his thing, he's playing around, and I'm just like, oh, just got 2 rows done. That's huge whenever you have kids. So But yeah, I would just say don't stress about it. It's gonna be done fairly soon, and you just try to enjoy your kids whenever they're little.
Yeah.
And if you can work at night, try it. Or if you're a morning person,
No.
which you're not, but I'm either.
Not, which is why I'm struggling so much right now, and why I've not got nothing done, because like I already struggle to get out of bed on a good day, like not being pregnant.
Oh my gosh, me
so
too.
Imagine me now pregnant, and then typically like I do everything I have to do. I come home, I like cook, clean, do everything, eat dinner, and then it's like my me time, like my 8 till like whatever time I go to bed, usually between 10 and midnight, is my me time, is where I get all my knitting and my crochet done, is where I get all this stuff done. But I've been going to bed at 7 or 8. So I've got nothing done. Like I feel like so useless from
that was
the
me.
Last few months.
Whenever I was pregnant with Luca, I did not touch knitting needles the whole first.
But you
trimester.
had an aversion, like you didn't even want to.
I did not want to touch them.
And many of our friends have said this too. Yeah. I have not had that so far.
Thankfully. Yeah.
But I still don't have the energy or the time to do it, because I also have like this is your full-time job. Me, it's a side job. I have a full-time job, which I have my own business. So it's extremely demanding. So forget about anything else. Like I can barely make that work right now.
Yeah.
Because even the afternoon, sometimes I struggle to make it through the day. I've on a few days I've had to take a nap midday. I couldn't. I was sitting at my computer and I realized half an hour went by and I was just trying to keep my eyes open. I was getting nothing done. So I was just like, okay, I'm going to dig it up at this point. So like my days are also very unproductive.
Yeah. So I guess another advice that I can tell you guys, and you too, is that if you want to do a market, or if you're selling online, you have your small business, and if you're pregnant, and if it is your first or your second, because like I said, with your first you still have a lot of time, try to do things in your second trimester and at the beginning of your third trimester that you can kind of have ahead for whenever your baby is born, so then you have a few things for those first few weeks that you are feeling super like freshly postpartum.
Yeah.
Because after that, like after I don't know 3-4 weeks, you feel good. You start feeling like yourself. You can do things. Some women sooner than others. With Luca, I was good in like no time, and I had a C-section and I was walking and going up and down and doing all these things. With Isa, on the other hand, oh my gosh, with that little girl, it took me forever to recover. It was like very, very painful, and I didn't want to do anything.
Yeah.
So having things planned ahead, it's good. And also don't say no to help.
Yeah.
I'm
gonna have to learn that one.
I'm the same way. That's why I'm telling you, I'm the same way. I think I can do everything. I think that I don't want anybody to do anything, which is, it's fine. But if you need to get things done, don't be afraid of asking for help. There is a reason why they say it takes a village.
Yeah.
Because it really does. It's really good whenever my in-laws come and they can watch Luca and they take him out or whatever. That's awesome for me. Those couple of hours, they are just amazing because I can get a lot of things done. And when he's napping too, so take the little help that people, as long as you feel comfortable and it's this chair.
It's the back of your chair.
I know. And it's not like being imposed to you. It's something that you are wanting to. But don't be afraid of saying no if somebody offers you to cook, to clean, to do something.
To saying yes, you mean?
No, I
don't
said,
be afraid to saying no if someone offers you to cook and clean.
Don't be afraid to say yes. No,
but thank you. Dani said I had to say no.
No, but having a small business with little kids is definitely challenging. It's not easy. It's not something that I would recommend. Yep. If you have a full time, don't quit while there.
Well, I have a full-time that is my own business, and I have a small business on the side. So this is going to be particularly challenging, I feel like.
Yeah, but like I said, if you can try to have things planned a little bit ahead of time, that would be great. And, you know, if, like I said to you, and knowing you're super athletic and you like exercise and moving around. So I think
I don't know if I'm super athletic.
Well, you move a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I move.
So
I don't know about a lot. I move.
Compared to one that doesn't do anything. I feel like you will have a fairly fast recovery. And
I hope so. Although I haven't been able to do very much since.
And I feel like even when you're postpartum and you feel shitty because of the thing itself, whether you give birth vaginally or you have a C-section, which C-section is even worse because you freaking were cut open. After a couple of weeks, you feel this energy coming back because just think that before that you had a whole 8, 9 pound baby in your belly. You're exhausted, you're tired, everything it's heavy, nothing fits, you're just uncomfortable, you can't sleep. So after that, you have your newborn, right? But your body starts feeling like you again. Exactly. Yeah. So, obviously I'm not saying this for every single person, you know.
There's always exceptions. Unfortunately, there are women that suffer postpartum depressions and things like that. That's another whole different thing. Yeah. That, of course, don't... what was I going to say? And it happened again. Postpartum depression, that's a whole other thing. Yeah. Of course, don't... Yeah, don't try to... get millions of things done, because I think that also can trigger whenever you feel like you're not achieving your goals. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I think I'm just rambling now. Basically, you know, having a small business with little kids is hard. It's not easy. It's not for everyone. With some sacrifices, it sounds like it's doable. It's doable if you commit to, you know, making some, and I was gonna say, we're night owls, but if you're a morning person, you can also get up before your kids. I know that sounds exhausting, but for some people that's very doable. It actually, and I know I follow some people on social media, and they say don't wake up to your kids, wake up for your kids, like wake up before them, and just that makes their day feel better instead of being woken up, like pulled out of bed by their kids crying or whatever. If they're actually awake, so they have time for themselves before. That's skill. Like he does that. He can wake up at like 4 or 5 in the morning and be totally fine and ready for the day, ready to party. I'm like, heck no. Yeah, it's going to be interesting with us because we're both night owls. So we'll see how that goes. Oh, both of you? Yeah. Neither of us is a morning person. But I mean, I'm just hoping that those genes pass on to the baby, and the baby is also not a morning person, because if the baby is a morning person, it's going to be rough. Oh, Issa's a night owl too. Yeah. I mean, it's not that she's a night owl. She likes to sleep, and I'm so thankful for that, because it's like 7:38 in the morning, and she's just waking up with me. I'm like, yes, girl. Yeah. Both of us are very good sleeper, like very like sound sleeper, like nothing wakes us up. Yeah. And we're both night owls. So I'm like, as long as like the baby gets that, like we'll be good. Well, you need to know the baby will get that eventually. Yeah, I know. Not at the beginning. Of course, I know that. There will be no difference between night and day at the beginning. I know that. No. But over time, like I was doing my nights at 1 month old. I was sleeping 11 to 7 at 1 month old. 11 to 7? Mm-hmm. 11 at night. My mom would put me to bed at 11 at night, and I wouldn't wake up until 7 in the morning. I was 1 month old. And 1 month? Yeah. Wow. Eric's mom said he was doing midnight till 7 at like 3 weeks. So I'm like, I'm hoping that this is what we get. Because I can go to bed at like 11 midnight, put my baby to bed, and then sleep till at least 7 in the morning. Yeah. I can handle. Well, at the beginning, whenever you get 3 or 4 hours stretch, you're like, I feel like a new woman. Like full of energy. Yeah. But also my friend was telling me like her theory as to why when you are in the third trimester you have to pee so much is to prepare you for being woken up at night by the baby, because you end up getting up yourself multiple times at night just to go pee.
Yeah.
So she's like, it's like your body prepping you, like, nope, you're on 3 to 4 hour cycles, nothing else.
Yeah, well, that's also your baby pushing on your bladder.
Yeah. But it's kind of a double duty thing.
It's good that it happens because, like you said, it prepares you for that. And it's true. It's so freaking annoying. I do not miss that.
No.
After I had my
sleep,
kids.
so I feel like that will be a challenge.
After I had them, I was like, so I have a normal sized bladder.
Yeah,
I was like, I thought I had a freaking peanut sized bladder. And then I had them and I was like, well, I can actually hold liquid in there. And before my kids, I always thought, oh my gosh, I have such a small bladder. I just drink a coffee and I need to go pee. This is so annoying. And after having them, I'm like...
You saw the difference and you're like, oh no, this is good.
I have a normal size bladder now because...
I'm at this, a bit less now, but like I had, that's the symptoms from the first trimester where you have to pee a lot just because, I don't know exactly why, but...
hormones and
whatnot.
And
I think just because the baby's still so low and it's taking space, so it pushes on the bladder. Anyways, and like sometimes I go pee and it's like 3 drips and I'm like, seriously, I had to pee for this?
I know.
And some other times I go and I'm like, yeah, this is a full pee.
Yeah, I know.
I'm like, oh God. What is happening to me?
You just wait until the 3rd trimester and then you're gonna be like, Dani, we're gonna have to pause the podcast now because I need to go pee. I'm gonna have a Lucas potty in here for you.
No, I think I'm gonna walk up the stairs and go to the bathroom. I'm not gonna pee while we podcast. You're just gonna hear it in the background.
Just give me a minute, guys. I'm just gonna take a pee.
Oh Jesus, no! I draw the line.
Yeah. So I don't know what else to. I mean, of course, I have like a trillion advices, not advices, you know, like I just like...
for babies.
Yeah.
But I'd be curious if any of you have a small business or whether it's knitting or crochet or anything else, and you have small children, like...
What do you do?
Comment. Give us your advice. What did you do? What do you do? It would be super helpful. And then we can read them back on the next episode too.
Yeah, because... Oh, yeah. I should ask that on Instagram as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I also have... My kids are little, right? They're 2.5 and almost 8 months old. So I'm still like learning as I go. As they grow, they're still super little. But there might be people that have kids that are 7, 8, 9, 10, like older.
Yep.
And, you know, they can give more advice
for further on and stuff. And I mean, everyone's different. Everyone lives it differently.
Oh, for sure.
Give us your advice. I need all the help I can get.
We want to read you. Give all the...
I need some hope that I will get stuff done at some point this year.
Will. You will. As long as you want and you have a little help and you're willing to sacrifice. If you're a night owl, it's going to be easy for you to stay.
Yeah. Except I'm going to hate myself the next morning.
Oh, for sure you will. 100%.
Okay, as long as we're clear on that.
Oh, yeah. Even now, Isa sometimes will wake up at 6 and I'm like, oh my gosh, why did I stay up at like almost 1 in the morning? And then I remind myself, yeah, because you need to finish that project. Oh, okay. It's like you have an internal conversation with yourself. You're like hating yourself at the same time as you're like, well, because you had to do that.
You're understanding.
Yeah. And you're like, oh, okay. I'm fine now. I'm fine. I'll survive. But it also, your body, because before you were used to sleeping, I don't know, let's say 7 to 8 hours a night, then for some reason your body now can function with 4 to 5 hours.
Yeah.
Or 6. And that's just a new power.
Yeah.
That you didn't know
it was. It's
just a new power unlocked.
Yeah. New achievement.
Oh, yeah, new achievement. Now you can run with only 6 hours instead of 8. That's great.
And you pee when you sneeze.
Yeah. Well, that's only if you had your child vaginally. Yeah. I had a C-section, so I don't have that problem, which I'm thankful for. Mm-hmm. But
we'll see.
We'll see.
I'll let you know.
Yeah. But yeah, congratulations, friend.
Thank you.
Yeah, leave us your comments. And as well, sorry for last episode, you guys, if it sounded a little
my microphone glitchy. Had something going on with it, but we didn't feel like re-recording the episode. So we felt like it was still clear enough for you to understand. It's a little annoying. Sorry about that. We think we've figured out the issue. We learn more and more every week about what works and what doesn't work. We're trying things here. Yeah. Eventually, we'll be really, really good.
We're fixing things faster now, I think.
Well, we're trying.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So yeah, please rate us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and anywhere you listen to podcasts, because that really helps to boost the podcast and, you know, for the platform to show it to other people. So we would really appreciate if you can rate us 5 stars. It's just 2 seconds. Just click 5 stars.
And comment. Yeah. We love to hear from you guys.
Yeah, I can't wait until somebody... Because we have views on YouTube. I just can't wait for some of you guys to leave a comment. Just tell us where you're listening from. I don't know, something.
Yeah.
We want to hear.
Give us your advice. Mm-hmm. What you want to hear us talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Anything.
Yeah, and if you guys want to follow us on Instagram, you can find me at CJ.DSGN.
Yeah. CJ Design without the vowels.
Yep. And you?
And me at Nidalee Co.
Mm-hmm. We should put that in the description too.
We
never do. Why don't we do that?
I don't know, because we're not great at self-promoting, clearly.
It's too late. Okay.
All right. Have a great week, everyone.
Have a great week.
We'll talk to you next week.
Bye.
Bye.